You know how we should probably start this podcast? We should just pay respects right out the gate.
Absolutely. Tom and I just found out, as did probably quite a lot of you, that Norm Breyfogle passed away yesterday. And Norm, just fantastic penciler and a comic book artist, for those of you that don't know.
Writer. Yeah.
Just did Batman for a very long time.
Like the
from
90s.
The late 80s until the mid 90s. He did just a bunch of fantastic stuff before the Kelly Jones run and all of the above. And Norm Breyfogle did a whole lot of the covers that just made my childhood. And it's just kind of a really, really sad moment to know that he passed away at the age of 58.
So young.
Very, very young.
Creator of Victor Zsasz, Ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Like some hit characters.
Well, a fantastic amount of great, great characters. And it is really, really sad to have anyone get lost in the industry, but especially someone who was very young. And I mean, he had a stroke a few years ago and hadn't been working or doing anything professionally since then, but still it is sad to hear of his passing.
Our condolences to his family, and we do appreciate his work that he left behind.
Yeah,
and who will definitely be remembered and known. So, kind of a grim way to start, but, we have to do it.
I know.
And we are talking right now about the hot comics list.
Yes, we want to thank CBSI, comicbookinvest.com, for getting us this hot 10 list, so we'll be able to let you know what comics are spiking this week and the cool things that you should be looking for at your local comic book shops.
That's right. We do it every week. We want to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on it. We want to provide some value to your weekend, maybe some assistance in your hunting.
Absolutely. Make sure you watch until the end of the video because we have not one but two giveaways, and we're going to be showing you what the giveaway for this week is going to be, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that.
Let's jump into it. At number 10.
Number 10, we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. And as you may have seen, Tom and I did a video about the earlier black suit appearances of Spider-Man, and this is one of those earlier appearances of Spider-Man. And it's just a fantastic Black Cat cover, and most of the comics she's running around looking for Spidey, and he pops up at the end. And this book has been moving a lot lately. Raj, you're looking in the $25 to $30 range. And a 9.8 went for $510, and another one just went since we got this list for over $600.
Wow.
That's a lot of cheddar.
It's a popular book. All those early black suit keys are starting to become more popular. You got 252, you got the 90, you got 141. And yeah, check out the last video. We put the link up there for you guys because there's even earlier black suit appearances that you could be hunting for.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are going to continue to go up as the collectors keep looking farther and farther back.
All right, so this is a fun one. We're going to move on to number 9, okay? And this is just why you got to just always be watching press. You got to be watching like new releases on the daily because comic book prices just change literally in hours.
Yes.
We have giant size Miss Marvel, a once $10 book, now going for $40. Do you know why this book is hot right now, Russ?
You know what? I heard something about a movie poster that may have had something lurking in the shadows, and it wouldn't be something normal that you'd expect lurking in the shadows like a villain or a bad guy. It's a cat.
Chewie the cat. Miss Marvel's cat. This is appearing in the poster. You can see in the bottom right corner that there's a cat there, and that's all it took for this book to spike.
Chewie the cat's not even as cool as Lockjaw.
Nope.
I mean, seriously.
No. Like, you have Lockjaw up here, Rocket's way over there, and then you got Chewie in the corner of the poster.
Right.
But you know what?
He's getting his own
$40.
standalone movie.
Yeah, he's gonna get his own
right?
his own Netflix show.
God, probably.
Let's keep an eye out for Chewie. But you know what? Best of luck on the hunt because that's one that's gonna be easily missed. No one's looking for Chewie the cat.
Number 8, this is an interesting one. So number 8 is XMen Legacy 252, and it's the first appearance of Endgame, and this is one of Legion's personalities. Donny Cates mentions that something with the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be wrapping into Endgame, and all of a sudden this book starts spiking. The more research we do, it seems that he may be referencing a story name, not a character name. So this may be a little bit premature for the amount of movement that we're seeing on this book. But again, with the David Haller stuff, with the Legion television series, anytime you see more of these Legion appearances, you may see more of this in the Marvel Universe. But from our research, this seems like an interesting spike that may not have picked up on the right end game.
Keep this in mind that when Kate started to plug Cosmic Ghost Rider, he started spreading the hashtag, "Who is the writer?" All right. And he has just started doing the same thing with this Guardians run, saying, "Who are the Guardians?" So we may be seeing some more spikes from this run. Not sure if it's going to be Endgame, but something could be coming.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The new team, potentially with Cable as the leader of the new team, we are going to see a lot of cool stuff happening with this. And again, Donny Cates is hot. Everything he touches is fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this.
But X-Men 252 going for a whopping 15 to 20 bucks because of this one mention.
Crazy.
Nuts. But keep an eye out for it in those bins. Coming in at number 7, we have Dr. Aphra number 24, the Boba Fett variant. And what's interesting is both of us saw this book at the same time watching Comics with Bueller. Shout out his weekly breakdown video. Of
We
the
totally
new
knew
comics.
this was going to be hot. We saw this and like, that's a hot cover. Oh my God.
And how many did we order?
None. Well, okay. Technically, I ordered one and it went to Cy Arnold's box. Congratulations, Cy. Picked it up this evening. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's a really hot cover. And I gave it to him. And he's one of my big Star Wars guys. He's like, oh, this is a really cool cover. So great. And then I get the list and I'm like, that's currently selling for $15 to $20 on eBay. Congrats, Cy.
You know what? I got to give you kudos, Russ, because this is something I hear in the industry quite a bit, especially with just individuals who go to their LCS regularly. You get variants in your shop.
I do.
You got Batman Damned at your shop. You got 60 copies.
Yep.
And not one of your customers left that shop with the thought that you kept it from them.
Right.
So kudos. I like seeing that. It's honest dealing right there.
Well, and that's one of the things that I would rather make customers for life. I'd rather have people come back again and again and again, week after week after week. And I know that I did the best job. It doesn't behoove me to sell a comic for $5, for $20. If cover price is $5, I'm going to sell it to you for $5. You know, if it's a vintage thing, obviously it's a different story, but something brand new that should be $3.99 this week, it's going to be $3.99 on the wall. I might sell out quickly, but I'm not going to go out of my way to hold them back for a week and then go, oh, next week they're $50.
Right.
You know, I don't want to play that game. I'd rather make all of my customers happy all of the time.
Awesome. That's why you're my main shop.
Yep.
Moving on to number 6, we have X-Men 134. This is a once $30 to $50 comic. We have Ados going for $100. We have an X-Men preview that just dropped. Phoenix is on the rise. I don't get it. I think the movie does not look good.
I think it's going to be fine. It's going
to be like Days of Future Past. It's going to just show up and then everyone's going to forget about it.
They're going to throw too many things in the movie, and it just kind of looks like you've got a lot of these young actors and actresses who don't really know the source material very well, and they're acting their way out of a paper bag, but not necessarily putting their heart and soul into it, and it just doesn't feel like someone is really working hard. I know we've seen Sansa Stark be a fantastic actress in Game of Thrones. I'm hoping that she brings that level of intensity to the actual movie because the preview's not selling me.
It's not selling me either. I want to know what you think, the audience. Put your answers in the comment section below. I want to know your thoughts on the new X-Men preview. Are we wrong? Are you seeing something in this preview that we're not that makes it exciting? Because I'm not seeing it, and I'm worried they're going to try to do this all in one movie.
Probably. But X-Men 134, fantastic cover, fantastic book, spiking super hard this week as well.
Great character.
Yep.
All right. We are halfway through the list. Time to pay our respects to the community. They're going out, they're hunting, they're finding success, and we need to share that information with the community.
Absolutely. I have to give a shout out to Big Ramos 009, who found Junior High Horrors, the Michael Myers variant.
Well done, sir. We also have King of the Golden State picking up multiple copies of that Red Hood
At
number
least 5
26.
copies. Yep.
That's awesome.
Totally.
That's sold out all over the place.
Yep. Well, we have Charlie Hotel 6, who picked up the Bordertown #1 variant, which was on the hot list a couple weeks ago.
Well done there. And then if we were to take the time to talk about everyone who picked up Batman Damned, this video would be just 20 minutes long. So we're just going to give a shout out to some peeps here. We have Chic Toy Comics. We have Mr. Killjoke. We have Way Back When Comics and Comics MV, all picking up Batman Damned at cover price. And I bet you're happy right now that you picked that up.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, let's jump back into it. We got number 5. We have the Ari Granov variant, Captain Marvel #1, the Volume 7, 1 and 25. Now, this is slightly harder to find than the Hughes variant, as CBSI mentioned on their hot list. But this book that was once going for $100 is going for $160, and we are seeing a 9.0 breaking the $200 mark.
Creeping up back again.
Excited to see this movie, man.
It's very, very cool. So I was trying to give all of my customers a no Wang guarantee this week. And unfortunately,
Nope.
Dr. Manhattan screwed it up for me. Doomsday Clock #7. We've got him in his blue naked glory. And it's very, very cool to see Dr. Manhattan hanging out with Batman and the Joker and the other people in the DC universe. But coming in again, Batwang. Number 4, Batman Damned. We did this. We knew it was going to be hot last week.
Oh, okay. Let's walk them through what happened here. Okay. We get the list. CBSI, when they write the list on Thursday, this book's going for $15 to $20.
Yep.
We hit the mic that night. It's going for $30 to $35.
Right. By Saturday, it's going for $100, and now it's down to about $70.
But DC announced today that they will not be reprinting this book. They're going to keep the uncensored version as the first print. We may see this rise again.
We may see it rise again, and I think the popular demand is going to change DC's opinion. DC has already shown us that they are very good at listening to the customers and what the customers need. There was such a massive backlash about Batman 50. They made it returnable, and it originally wasn't returnable.
Right.
So I think if there's enough people that want a second print, you can get it. They already solicited second prints of it, and they decided to pull it back. But I think they're going to realize in the next month or two that they're going to need a second print. And because they're pushing back the print date of Batman Damned 2 from the middle of November to the beginning of December, we're pushing it back about 2 weeks. I think we may actually end up seeing a second print of number 1 around that first week of December. They're just going to keep it under wraps. This is something to watch for, and I do believe it's going to happen.
I think grade is going to be the big factor on this book. There's not a whole lot of people going out and getting magazine-sized bags and boards. A lot of people are opening this up to check out these panels and to read what is a really good book.
Right.
So in the long term, that 115,000 print mark may not be as large as people think.
It wasn't sent in a box normally. It was like wrapped like a magazine.
Yeah, you
so
mentioned
it had a plastic
you didn't
strap
even
around
know
it.
that it was it.
No, but it had a plastic strap around it that hit every single comic right in the middle of it, and you can tell that the ones in the top and the ones in the bottom definitely had squeeze marks on them. So
I had messages from people on Instagram saying, hey, this is wavy. Should I press this? You know, they were thinking that their copy was just super damaged, and I was just telling them, no, that's like
that's
all
kind of
the
the way
copies.
it came. Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to number 3, we have Captain Marvel making the list 3 times tonight.
Wow. And again, this is what happens when you have a movie coming out. This movie, we're going to see more Captain Marvel over the course of the next few weeks, next few months. The movie's coming out, in February, March? I mean, early next year. We've already got 3 on the list now, and Life of Captain Marvel with those, variants are spiking. This is the Life of Captain Marvel number 3 Casada 1 in 100 variant. It was going for less than $50. Now it's going for around $100. And really, once you see that curly hair, you're going to understand
that's all
why
it
it's such a... These are very, very cool covers. And the Life of Captain Marvel, it's a 5-issue miniseries. It's been a fantastic read so far. I think that people will just be picking up the single issues to get a little bit more Captain Marvel backstory before the movie starts. But these tiered variants, the ones that are 1 in 25, 1 in 50, and 1 in 100, we're going to see them moving very, very quickly. Captain Marvel is a character that hasn't had a lot of love in the past few years.
True.
But the fans who are rabid are rabid. Now we're going to get more fans coming in because of the movie coming into the MCU, and the sky's the limit on this one. We have a lot of people who are going to be getting into the Captain Marvel collecting right now.
I know dealers across the country have been banking on Captain Marvel too. They're stocking up, and for good reason.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Moving on to number 2, we have JLA number 8, the Jim Lee pencil variant. And of course, we said this last week.
I wish I had one.
I know. I wish I had one too. Hey, Just Pele, you got one, homie. Well done.
Right.
But this is my favorite Joker cover of the year, hands down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Jim Lee next week at New York City Comic Con, and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna stand in that line or not. But it'd be really cool to meet him.
You know what? He'll probably be signing at the retailer breakfast because he generally does some type of appearance. He's a fantastic signer. And you know what? I have a copy of Wildcats 4 from his Image days.
Hell
if you
yeah.
get that signed, or maybe a Wildcats 2 with that shiny cover. Yeah, get something really...
That's what I'm gonna take. All right, here's the Joker, and then here's Wildcats.
Can you sign Wildcats 2 for me, please?
I always have... Okay, whenever I go see Mignola, what comic I always make sure to bring? Alpha Flight. I bring his Alpha Flight card. He hates them. He's always like, you have me sign these? But it's always a good conversation. See, that's a good trick. They see these comics all the time. You're going to bring, how many Batman Damned Jim's going to sign this weekend?
Oh, a lot.
But you know how many Wildcats 2 he's going to sign?
Probably
not
many.
one,
Right.
because it's going to be mine. And I'm going to talk to me about it.
Right. Tell me about this cover.
Yeah, this is what I want to know.
Right.
All right.
Bad.
But this book now is seeing prices at $200.
It's just doubled in a week.
Already. Wow. Hit him with number 1, Russ.
You know what? Number one, this was a book that I really think should have gotten a little bit more love this week, but because Batman Damned was such a big deal, Heroes in Crisis really didn't get as much love. And Tom King has been doing this mini-series. He was talking about it for the Fast. Everyone loves the variant covers. Everyone loves the concept of this. And the one variant cover that everyone's been talking about is the Francesco Mattina 1 in 200 Harley Quinn cover. And I know people were jokingly talking about how bad the teeth looked in the beginning, but this cover is just
awesome,
amazing. So it's going for $250. There are some people who are listing buy it nows for around $200, and it's just a hot book. It was a very, very tough one to get. Heroes in Crisis, if you haven't read it, I really liked it.
How many people died?
A lot. It was definitely out of left field. Not too many spoilers here, but little side note, Tom is going to New York Comic Con next week.
That's right. If you want to get this book, but you don't want to spend that $250, New York Comic Con, they're going to have a variant of this book. And the only difference is it says Hero in Crisis on the title.
Which is pretty cool. And those are pre-selling on eBay for $45. And I'm hoping that Tom will be able to pick up one or two of them while he's there. Because I do love the art on this cover. But
I'm going to get you one, man.
I know, but having a 1 in 200 variant is very, very difficult to try and pick up anyway.
Right.
So I'm glad that DC and Mattina are deciding to do a New York Comic Con exclusive of this. This is definitely really, really cool. Because we knew that not a lot of people would be able to own it if it was a 1 in 200.
Exactly. And I'm super excited to get my hands on it, and I'm excited to see it in person.
Yeah.
All right. So before we end the video, we have to give a shout out to CBSI. Thank you so much for getting us this list so we can prepare this video early to have it on time on Friday for the comic book community. And we can't end there. We do have a giveaway to do. We have 2 copies of Batman Damned to send out. What did we say the prices were on this list? Let me look again here.
Yeah, they're going for about $70.
Okay, so it's like almost $200 worth of giveaways right now we're about to do?
So
okay.
The first one is from the Batman Damned video that Ryan and I did. It was the preview video that we released before the Hot 10 list last week. And the winner of that is Lloyd Christmas.
Lloyd. Well done. He said, I really want this book.
I'm glad we were able to give this book to one of you.
And from our last Hot Top 10 video from last Friday, we have Christian Tordmanson. We're going to be sending you a copy of Batman Damned as well.
Make sure you like and subscribe to this video and comment down below for a chance to win our comic this week.
Oh.
Spectacular Spider-Man, number 90. Again, this was coming in at number 10 on the list, and we have one for someone who likes and subscribes.
This is one of my favorites. This in 141 is way cooler than 252.
It's a very, very cool one, and I love Black Cat on the cover. So
she's looking fly. She's looking fly. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always,
geek responsibly.
Enough said. Ooh, I have to tell you something really important. I'm going to flip you around. All right, take a look at this. We're on comicbookinvest.com, but I'm going to put the link in the bio. Hit that link, go to the site, log in, provide them with your email. You're going to want to do that because now you're going to have access to the free membership of the community. You can be part of the Comic Book Invest Google Plus community, a group of over 3,000 members, approaching 4,000 here soon, of just enthusiasts, dealers, store owners across the world who all come together to share just awesome comic book knowledge and information. You're welcome to join the community. I hope you do. I'm a member, and we look forward to seeing you on the Google Plus page. Shout out CBSI. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to make content for the best community on the internet.